what's costing me, my life maybe, what's costing my community. I think until we reach that point, people probably won't necessarily want to change. But I think education and spreading the news and maybe sharing the film with friends and just talking about it, continuing, just to spread from, I think just talk about it, continue to talk about it.
Yes, I do want to address that as well. We get that question, as you can imagine, constantly, and we've gotten that question for 9 years, because for 9 years we've been doing the Artivist Film Festival, bringing these films to the community, and the number one question is, well, what can I do? Well, you actually did it by coming here tonight. I am just so happy that you all came here today. And bringing your friends, bringing your family, bringing your circle. You don't know how proud and excited I am. I'm just going to feel so embarrassed right now. But you don't know how happy I am that my cousin is here tonight. And that's like huge for me. It's huge. And I was just happy she came, and that you came to tonight's screening and to the animal rights program. She came to the whole thing. I mean, she really got on my good side. She came to the opening night, she came to Sonia Sanchez's event, she came to the animal rights group, she came to Peter's program, and you talk about, well, what can I do? What can I do? You did it tonight. You came here. That's the first step.
First step.
You came here. You became educated. You saw these films, whether they deal with, whether it's Peter's film. I mean, of course, we have a relationship with Peter. The very first Zeitgeist, we showed it, we screened it, so we do love him dearly, but we love all of our filmmakers dearly. And they all have a variety of issues, from animal rights to environmental issues to child advocacy issues. And the point is, come out, support these filmmakers, and the best way you can support these filmmakers is by coming to these types of events, like the Artivist Film Festival. Come to these events, bring your friends, bring your family, begin the discussion. Begin the discussion with your relatives, with your circle of people, and then begin to start sharing these films. We actually found out about this film because a friend of ours in our community, our circle, contacted us and said, you have to see this movie on YouTube. It's called Zeitgeist. You have to see it. And we saw it, and that very first night we reached out to Peter. And that's where it starts. And because of that interaction, we were able to bring the film to the festival. Opening night completely sold out, 600 people. We brought it again sold out, 600 people. We did it a third time, 1,000 people showed up. And then tonight, look at this wonderful community coming out. And you all go home tonight and you share this film and this experience about Peter, about the Artivist Film Festival with your community. And that's really one of the biggest things you can do is just sharing this in your community and beginning the conversation of compassion and interdependence, which is at the core of what this festival is about, is encouraging people to have conversations about the interdependence that we all have. Final word for our last program here at Columbia University.
Well, I'll build upon that point. The ultimate revolution is the revolution of values. And at the core of it all, it's all the strategy that we need to conjure up to figure out how to change what are very old and outdated value structures that people are holding on to for dear life, even though everything in their environment shows that's working against them.
Yep.
It's just unfortunate that the tipping point hasn't been met. And you never know who might pick up this train of thought of a larger order. You never know someone in, quote, government who might say, that's interesting. You never know what steps could possibly be made in a certain transition to, say, at least automate food construction, vertical farms, feed everybody in all of Los Angeles. So you still have money doing that. You just have to degrade the GDP production engine a little bit, but make sure everyone's fed. Granted, the moment someone proposes that, it'll be deemed socialist and evil and Venerian connection. But the pressures will emerge. You never know what can happen. You just have to keep trying. I believe there's a natural evolution of this type of thought as in the whole of human society. I'm sure if you ask anybody at any point of any development, what's going to happen next, they probably never knew. It just materialized. And there's a certain magic to it in a strange way.
Peter, positive, I think what's really great, just but since we started the show Zeitgeist 2 years ago, and when I look back, I have to really say I'm really so hopeful and I think really positive, because I see people are really waking up, looking for dialogue, asking questions, realizing, the information I'm getting on the news, that's not really sufficient, that's not really satisfying. So I think more and more people have questions, and are not satisfied with the answers they're getting. And I'm so thrilled that so many people, all ages, are coming out and say, you know what, let me learn, let me see what I can do, how can we, let me see what are the possibilities out there. And I think that makes my work meaningful and reinforces my work, and it inspires filmmakers to come back. And I think that's what it's all about. Just think positive and keep on moving forward and address your own challenges and fears. And if you have family members and friends who are like, you know what, that's us, that's a cult or whatever, just don't give up. Continue talking to them.
And that's
Continue talking to them.
And, yes, and that's something that you're going to see a lot. It seems like whenever you say the word progressive, you will always have someone trying to debunk it, whether it's calling you, the word activist. I always say the word activist is really a four-letter word, because it's just so, it's used so negatively. Oh, you're an activist. You're one of those people. You're one of those troublemakers, or whatever other name. You're in a cult, whatever it is. And the best way, my comeback line to people is I'm none of those things. I'm not quote unquote progressive. I'm not quote unquote a Democrat. I'm a human being, and my values are love, compassion, and truth. So let's focus on that. Let's continue to, as Sonia Sanchez said yesterday, do the work. Let's continue to do the work in our community.
When's your new movie coming out?
Oh yes, when is your new film coming out?
I want to back myself into a corner, but I want to say by the end of this year, and then early 2013.
2013.
It's going to be
2013.
It's called Zeitgeist Beyond the Pale.
Yes, his new film Zeitgeist Beyond the Pale.
It's an experimental live action work, and we'll be taking up space. I don't know when I'll finish the Zeitgeist series.
Might be a lifetime project.
I do have other ideas. I want to do a web show called Culture in Decline, and that's going to come probably middle of this year. It'll be a short television type of thing that talks about the same issues, but in a much more music format. This is a concept that I'm free to do.
And actually, let me give Peter, please give your Facebook before we leave tonight.
Well, the Facebook?
Your Facebook or your
Zeitgeist, well, the website though is zeitgeistmovement.com, of course, and then zeitgeistmovie.com is where the film can be seen.
So zeitgeistmovement.com.
Zeitgeistmovement.com is
zeitgeistmovement.com and
zeitgeistmovie.com is the website where the film can be seen.
fantastic. And to learn more about Artivist, of course, you can go to facebook.com/Artivist Film Festival and friend us, and we will continue to bring more exciting programs to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Be active and to get some information from us, we're going to be right outside the lobby. All right, thank you.